Good evening, everyone. This is Arthur Robinson Jr. I am the creator of PowerfulInterviews.com. I want to welcome each and every one of you to this video. In this video, you're going to experience life-changing information that you won't find anywhere else. I'm doing an incredible interview with a great friend of mine. His name is Spike Humor, and Spike Humor has over 25 years of experience in the business arena, and Spike Humor helps small businesses and entrepreneurs to increase their revenues and a whole lot more. He is the co-presenter of the great master marketing mind, Jay Abraham, and he helped Jay Abraham on his phenomenal programs. So what you about to experience in this powerful interview, Spike Humor talks about how to create your UVP. That means your unique value proposition. He talks about how to position yourself as an expert. And also, Spike talks about how you can provide powerful value to your clients and a whole lot more. So what you're about to experience in this life-changing interview, this is specialized training that you will not find anywhere else. So right about now, go get your pen and your pad, sit back and relax, and write down some notes. In this interview that I'm going to reveal to you with my great friend Spike Humor in regards to increasing your revenues is going to change your life. So check it out. Good evening, everyone. This is Arthur Robinson Jr., and tonight I have another special interview just for you. Tonight I have a wonderful person on the call, and he's a great friend of mine. His name is Spike Humor. And for those that don't know Spike, I'm going to educate you about him. Spike Humor, for 25 years, Spike has been at the forefront of formulating innovative business growth and explosive marketing strategies for entrepreneurs, small businesses, and multi-million-dollar organizations. He is the co-author of the book, The 10-Day Turnaround for Business, How to Transform Your Business Virtually Overnight, and has been a collaborator, co-creator, and co-presenter with the legendary Jay Abraham on many of his most successful and acclaimed programs. Spike has been the go-to guy for scores of individuals and business owners around the world. Thousands of companies, organizations, and people looking for new growth and profitability for their businesses and increases in their personal success have turned to Spike and his advice through his programs, group mentoring, and personal consultations. And that is an awesome resume. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome Spike Humor to the call.
Thank you, Arthur. I appreciate the introduction.
Well, thank you, Spike. I'd like to thank you once again for taking time out your busy schedule to educate my listeners about surviving in today's economy. I gladly appreciate it.
No, you're very welcome.
Now, what I would like to know, and can you educate my listeners in regards to who you are, how long have you been in your powerful industry, and what is your expertise?
Okay. Well, I guess I would kind of sum it up this way, Arthur. I mean, I've been in business for about 30 years. Everything from blue collar demolition when I was a kid, the whole way up to doing turnaround work for significant corporations, both public and private. But in addition to that, I mean, my focus really has been working with small to mid-sized entrepreneurial business owners and helping them not only achieve what it is that they want to get out of their business, but also helping them make sure that their business and their business activities are in alignment with their personal goals, their personal mission, and their personal vision. And a lot of my work, while I worked in manufacturing companies and worked in manufacturing industries, I learned a lot about process and process control, how to enhance what was already working. But also, I have been fortunate enough to be interacting with so many industries and so many companies and so many countries around the world. I've also been able to find a lot of the things that were working in one industry or working in one market, and really to help business owners develop innovative strategies that they could apply in their industry or their business that perhaps they weren't aware of.
That is very powerful. Now, can you explain to my listeners in layman's terms
Why is this topic so important, surviving in today's economy?
Well, I think, the challenges that business owners, and I think the challenges that people face in general are not only greater today, but the rate of change and the variety of change is happening so fast because of technology and because of globalization, because of, fluctuations in the economy and uncertainties in the economy. I think that business owners and people in general have to be prepared not to do business just the way they did it yesterday and not just the way they're doing business today, but also how can you predict what you need to be doing tomorrow and the day after that and the year after that. Because if you don't plan the type of change that you want to have in your business, what's going to happen is you're going to be forced to change. And that change that you make, when you make it and how you make it, may not necessarily be the change that you want to make in your business. So I think, by having a strategy and by having a mindset that allows you to be not only aware of what's going on around in your business, but also being flexible and adaptable to the things that are necessary to make sure that you not just survive in business, but also that you succeed in business, I think that is the ultimate competitive edge that someone can have in business today.
Can you explain to my listeners what is your UVP, unique value proposition?
Okay. Well, I think many people in business are familiar with the term unique selling proposition. It goes back to Rosser Reeves back in the 1950s, and he talked about unique selling proposition as being kind of a slogan that would kind of sum up what it is that your product or your service or your company did so that people would have interest in buying. And I think for 40 years, I think that was phenomenal, and maybe even 50 years. But I think today's economy and I think today's competition requires something that's a lot more distinct than just a unique selling proposition. I think, the most powerful thing that you can do is have a unique value proposition, because it's not just about selling. It doesn't matter if you have a product or you have a service or if you're a personality or whatever. It's not just about selling. It's about creating value for your audience. It's about creating value for your marketplace. It's about creating value for your clients and your prospects on an ongoing basis. So I think by summing up what your unique value proposition can be as a business owner or as a company or your product or your service or your combination of things opens up a whole range of possibilities for you to create value and deepen the relationship that you have with your marketplace, your prospects, and your clients.
So once you create powerful value, and once people like you, respect you, and trust you, then that's when their minds are made up when they want to do business with you?
I think that's an excellent point, Arthur. I mean, for me, it comes down to this, and there's a distinction that I make, for many businesses, and that is, there's a fine line between marketing and selling, and I think sometimes companies get it wrong because they say sales and marketing like they're one thing. Well, first they have it backwards, but marketing is really about conveying value, but selling is about earning trust, and the greatest currency that you can have in today's marketplace is trust and relationships, and I'll tell you why. The bottom line is when people go to make a purchase, they go to do business with someone, they're not looking to enter into a transaction. They're looking for a solution. But the bottom line is they don't know if they should trust you, trust your company, trust your product, trust your service. More importantly, they don't even know if they should trust themselves about making the right decision. So the more effectively you can convey value on the front end, and the more congruently you can earn that trust, the more quickly a transaction can take place, which ultimately will allow you to create a relationship. And it's the value of that relationship over time that will make your business not only successful today, but successful in the future.
So once you create value, that's when it creates a virtual effect around the whole entire world?
Well, it can. I mean, in many cases, the business transaction that you do on a local basis can really shape a relationship on the other side of the world. I mean, I'll give you an example. I'm located in California. You're in Pennsylvania. I had a call this afternoon with a company in Canada. Earlier today, I had a call with a company in Israel. Now, these companies aren't companies that I work with face to face. These are companies that I interact with. But in each and every one of these cases, these people were found by me or found me through a relationship that I had with someone else that I did on a local basis or in the business in the course of my travels. So I think, just even if you're at Corner Deli and you're doing business on a corner in your hometown, understanding that it's not just competing with the deli around the corner, it's really competing with every other opportunity that people have to spend their money, to spend their time, or to take their attention, that's really where your competition is. And I think the more significantly you can develop